Can the Quran be read from a phone whilst lying down? Well, technically speaking, it is allowed to recite the Quran lying down and standing and walking and in all of the normal clean circumstances that are allowed, except of course those which have been mentioned specifically. We're not allowed to recite Quran in a position of ruku', we're not allowed to recite it in sajda during salah, we are not allowed to recite it in a state of janaba, sexual impurity, and so on, whilst you're on the toilet. These are the exceptions. At every other time it is permissible for you to recite the Quran. But at the same time, we want to try and maintain and uphold a honored, sacred tradition of the adab of the Quran, the manners and the respect that is deserving of the seriousness of the Book of Allah and the speech of Allah. And so we know that the perfect recitation would be huge amounts of it actually. It's the best of dhikr, and if you're reciting 4 or 5 siparas a day, that's actually how much people should be doing, how much time you should be giving to the Quran. Who's doing that? It should be done with your best clothes and your absolute Friday best and best perfume and facing the Qibla and sitting down and not a phone, an electronic little thing that has all kinds of things and pictures that can come up on the screen and notifications, but a mushaf that will never change and it's physical and you feel it and you touch it and you feel the ta'zeem, you feel the exaltedness of the word. That's what you get 10 out of 10 for recitation. That's the perfect recitation. But who's going to do that all the time? And are kids going to be able to do that? Whilst we're trying to encourage our children to memorize the Quran and to connect with it, and they don't understand it and they don't want to, it's incredibly boring and monotonous, especially when they're doing what's called muraja'a, which is to revise the memorized Quran again and again, and a person then just wants to just lie down and just repeat it or whatever. You cut that avenue off, then you might cause a nafrat, a kind of pushing away of people from that. So there's this balance, just like you know that for a kid, we'll allow them not to make wudu if they are able to recite the Quran, and allow us to teach them and for them to play along with us. You will always assess the person that you're giving this permission or ijazat to. You will make sure that you don't push them away from the Quran entirely. At the same time, you always want to try and promote and increase greater respect of the reading of the Quran and connection and that feeling of that haiba, that sacredness that should be there when you're connecting with the Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as I said, it's a balance. Yes, technically something might be permissible, and yes, sometimes even for the most best scholar and worshipper, they need a bit of time just to chill out and relax with the Book of Allah. But we want to also inculcate that respect as well. So balance and case by case basis. Hey, thank you for watching, and subscribe so you can continue to get the rest of the videos. I don't know, whether somewhere over here, there, whatever, whatnot. It's beautiful, this series of videos, FaithIQ, and we need your support, and that's by watching it, by sharing it, and then by donating towards it so we can continue to make more videos that deal with more of your issues. Jazakumullah khair wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.